We're celebrating an interesting anniversary today at St. Charles. It was exactly 50 years ago today, January the 25th of 1976, that Bishop Leo Persley dedicated this church building. We've been praying in this church now for 50 years. This is a time to celebrate as a parish the building in which we're praying. Our parish was founded in 1957. Father Hessian, of course, was the first pastor. It took about a year and a half before the first church was built. It was finished in 1958 in time for Christmas. It very soon was found, though, that church wasn't big enough. We couldn't hold all the people in the small church that was originally built. There is an all-purpose room next to the church, which is today our school cafeteria. That all-purpose room was used for overflow crowds during the Masses. I'm told that they even had simultaneous Masses in the church and the all-purpose room at the same time. Finally, it was decided that we needed to build a new church. After 14 years, 1973, Father Hessian proposed a new church. He estimated that it would cost a little over $1 million. He sent out, interestingly, a questionnaire to the parish. 71% of the parish agreed that it was time to build. My guess is that the other 29% were looking at the price tag. The questionnaire also, it was interesting, asked what kind of church you'd like. He gave some options. Would you like a fan-shaped church, kind of like St. Jude has? Would you like a front-to-back church, kind of like St. John New Haven? Would you like a church in the round that has pews all the way around the altar? The people voted predominantly in favor of a fan-shaped church, kind of like St. Jude, and that's what we did built in the end. He also asked several other questions, different amenities. Would you like to have these different amenities? He asked about air conditioning, carpeting, permanent attached pews as opposed to chairs that could be moved around, an altar rail, a choir loft, and a cry room. The majority answered that they really would like to have air conditioning, have attached pews, and have a cry room. And thankfully, we have all three. Father Hessian saw that a key component of this church was the size. He was proud of the final plans that we could seat 1,400 people, none of them more than 90 feet from the altar. That was a big selling point for Father Hessian. When the church was built, the altar, two of the statues, and the tabernacle were brought over from the old church. We also brought over, of course, the charred crucifix, that cross that had burned in the fire in the old church. It's now on display in our gathering space. On top of the church, we took the silver cross off the old church and mounted it on the new church. So that remained also from the old church. The first time Mass was celebrated in this church was Christmas Eve, 1975. The church was packed. Father Hessian estimated that 2,000 people were here. He said people were standing 6 to 8 feet, people back around the edges of the church. It was a packed crowd. One interesting little tidbit, they chose one of the best third grade readers to do the first reading from Isaiah. His name was Rob Sordelite. Rob one day would become our principal. One of the most remarkable aspects of this new church, one that everyone talks about today, is the carpeting. There was orange carpeting in the sanctuary and an orange and brown block pattern carpeting throughout the church. It was originally chosen because it would complement the colored windows. If you take a look at the windows, there's a lot of yellow and brown and orange in those windows. That was the idea. A lot of changes have taken place in the church through the years. In 2009, we put in a pipe organ. The gathering space was added on in 2015. 2016, we put a new roof on the church. At that time, we took a look at the silver cross that was on top of the roof. It really wasn't very visible from the neighborhood. So we replaced that silver cross, even though it was a historic cross, we replaced it with a bigger cross, a dark-colored cross that's far more visible. 2022, we underwent a renovation in the church. For 5 months, we had Mass in the gym while the renovations were done. The tabernacle, which had been in the daily Mass chapel, was put now into the sanctuary wall, visible from both the church and the chapel. The wooden slat wall behind the altar was replaced with an Italian marble wall. Paintings of angels and St. Charles Borromeo and the Blessed Mother were added to add some beauty to our sanctuary, and the carpet was replaced with a terrazzo floor. We're celebrating the anniversary of this church building today simply because this building is an important place. This is the place where we come for baptisms. It's the place where we come for weddings. It's the place where we come for funerals. It's the place where we come to be absolved of our sin. It's also the place where we come and pray in the quiet of the day. This is our home, and this is where the most important events of our lives take place. this building is an important place for us. As we celebrate the anniversary, we give thanks to all those who came before us, those who built this church and those who are providing for it. And we stop to remember all those who've prayed in this space before us. This building is the place where we find our God. We celebrate the anniversary today of our building.